talking.
Tina Cole and Joel Bratton are with us here in the studios, and we'd like to welcome you to the show. And let's talk about what you're here for, the Emergency Preparedness Fair.
First annual.
Oh, I like that. She goes, first annual.
Now, you told me, we were talking earlier before you come on the show, that I said this is going to be a big event. You said it's bigger than what we want it to be.
Well, no, it's not bigger than we want it to be. It's just turned out to be bigger than we
Joel
had
said that,
originally
maybe.
anticipated.
One of those like, it's been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, actually, very much so.
Out there trying to market it, seems like a lot of people are excited about it.
Good.
It's a hot topic.
Well,
right
what
now.
is the Emergency Preparedness Fair?
Well, our goal is to help the residents of North Central Arkansas. We've made it a regional event. Is to just get them information about being prepared for an emergency.
And what type of emergencies are we talking about?
All of them.
All
It's
right.
all hazards. Typically, you think of an emergency as a tornado or a flood.
Anything weather.
Earthquake.
Yeah.
But it could be a financial emergency in your home. Someone gets sick or can't work. There's things you can do to prepare for that.
Oh, I see that. I would have just thought like basically natural disasters. That sort of thing.
Well, that's typically the key focus is being prepared for a major event.
But personal emergencies.
There's personal
And
emergencies.
possible
Fire, water damages also be an emergency.
Yeah, what to do if if your home does burn, because there's a lot of but the insurance will come in, but there's just a lot of like where are you going to live temporarily while half your house is gone or your house is being cleaned up, or and sometimes it's just knowing who to call.
Yep.
And just the emotional
Yeah,
aspect
what's step one? Who do I call first? Because it never fails. You call, they say, no, you need to call your so-and-so first. Oh, okay.
And the Red Cross will be there, so that step will be there to help.
And they're usually the first person on the scene, other than the first responders. They're the first huge entity to maybe take control and give out aid and that kind of thing.
Yes, sir. They will give you temporary housing if you've had a house fire, a total loss.
Okay. So if it's a big enough event for the Red Cross to be there, then there's a lot of resources that they have that we probably won't know about, and that's what this is all about.
Yep.
Is there a handbook or a like if I had an emergency, would there be somewhere I could go to see where those resources are? Is that part of this?
Well, yeah, that's going to be part of it.
Of the fair?
Well, we're going to have all our first responder agencies are going to be represented. Fire, law enforcement, EMS, our community groups, Baxter County CERT team, Red Cross, Salvation Army. And
You mentioned CERT. That's kind of like a first responder, but that's just the everyday person, right?
Yes.
And
with training.
With training. What's the CERT acronym? What is that?
Community Emergency Response Team.
Okay. All right.
And that's we train folks to take care of themselves and their family, neighbors, community. There's a whole 24-hour curriculum for training
and
for that.
they're trained to notice emergencies, and then not only. And as some people, they notice an emergency, that they freeze. Like, what am I supposed to do? And they get nervous. But the certification helps them recognize emergency and also know what to do when they see it.
Well, typically, if an emergency happens, the person walking down the street past you or next to you is going to be the person that's either going to be a helper to help you if an emergency happens, or you help them. And with training, you know what to look for, how to help.
Yeah, and you don't want to be that person on the side of the street. So, what do I do? What do I do? Yeah. Okay.
Other than call 911, call 911. Well, where is this fair going to be?
Okay, it's going to be held at the Twin Lakes Plaza in front of the old Walmart.
Oh, okay.
On Saturday, October 20th, from 10 to 2.
This is an outside event.
Yes.
Okay.
So
we've already ordered perfect weather.
You've ordered the perfect weather,
Yep.
so it's en route.
Yep.
Okay.
It's free admission. We're going to have free lunch. We're going to be giving outdoor prizes that consist of items to put in an emergency kit.
Okay.
And we're just planning on a big time.
Lots of people will be there, I'm sure.
So
Free lunch.
Okay, will there be specific speakers like, you'll come, or do I go and visit a booth? And there's a booth that will tell me about, but will there be specific speakers who are going to say, okay, if there's a fire, these are some of the things that happen?
We'll have several firefighters there, several fire departments, and they'll be wandering around through the event and just stop one and say, hey, what do I need to do if I have a fire?
Yeah.
How can I prepare for this?
And I'm sure they'll be talking about preparedness, like smoke detectors and that kind of thing, preventative
measures.
Yeah, yeah. So you're a representative of Service Pro. I'm sure you're going to have a booth there. Of course you will.
Yes, absolutely.
And your business basically deals with smoke and water damage?
Yeah, water and fire damage primarily we deal with. And me being marketing representative, obviously nobody wants what I have to offer. But so my job is to educate people, being prepared, educating even community organizers and businesses. How do you prepare in case something does happen? Do you have a plan?
Yeah.
You have a plan of action. And that's where ServPro can come in and help in certain circumstances, being available 24 hours a day.
And nobody really wants to go through that ordeal, whether your house has smoke damage or water damage or fire damage or whatever. But when it happens, you go, where do I go? What do I do? You know, what's the first thing that I need to do to resolve this? And you guys are probably the experts in that area.
Absolutely.
And who sponsors this event?
Well, it's being promoted by the County Judge Joe Bodenhammer, who is a big emergency preparedness promoter. The Baxter County Office of Emergency Management's Local Emergency Planning Committee. They're the group that's been planning it and trying to get everything together. And then, of course, ServPro is our big sponsor, helping us get the advertising and getting the word out and
providing food and
food.
And this committee that we have is it's a bunch of people, quite a bit of local government agencies. We're getting live music there by some folks that are on that committee. I mean, it's going to be a big deal. Every city, just about from down to the street department down to the water department, will be there doing something. Helping get
will your local volunteer fire departments be represented too, to get meet and greet there too?
Yep, they will be there.
Are there, like Judge Bodenhammer, someone like that, will there be information there, like what to do if there is a community-wide? I mean, there's one thing to plan for my personal house fire, my personal financial disaster or whatever, but to know, you know, like when we had the big ice storm, you know, there were shelters opened around town, and then when the tornadoes came, and then the floods down the river. So will there be someone there to talk about this? This is what the county has planned. This is what the city has planned.
The 911 office is going to have a booth set up. And of course the Baxter County CERT team will have all that information also, because we work hand in hand with the Office of Emergency Management. And we'll have brochures and flyers and people to talk to. And
I think the goal is for everyone to be educated, aware of what kind of emergencies, and hopefully everyone will be involved and maybe be a part of a CERT team or first responder or something like that.
That'd be a bonus.
That'd be a huge bonus.
Who does that CERT training?
I'm the program manager.
Okay. What does that consist of, and how would someone go about becoming part of that?
Well, we meet the third Monday of every month at the Charles Newton Emergency Services Training Center in Midway. And just come to a meeting, we'll get you signed up.
And how long do you have to train for it?
It's a 24-hour training, but we do it in different ways so that you can do it like within a couple weeks or, you know.
Segments and little segments,
Yeah, we try to work it so that the training is available to everybody.
Does that make you an emergency responder? Is that something? No, that's something different. A CERT is, so is emergency responder someone above, or more training, less training?
Well, emergency responders are professionals. They receive certification through the state or even through a federal agency, and they're just more in-depth training.
More in-depth training.
CERT is more of a recognize a problem and take steps to get emergency help, right?
Just do the best you take care of with what you got at that time until first responders can get there. And professionals.
I think that's a great program, because accidents on the road, a CERT person sees it, they can notify immediately, they can stop traffic, they can do whatever they can do. And if you're not certified, or not the certification, but if you doesn't have that experience, you're just going to drive right on by because you're afraid to even help.
That and the training gives you a certain comfort level that I know what to do.
What does the training consist of? I'm assuming CPR.
No, we do not. We do not. We offer it as an addition to the course. But we teach emergency preparedness, preparing a kit for your home. You know, make a plan, build a kit, be informed. And then it's small fire suppression, teach you how to work a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
It's amazing the people that
I
are
would have glad to work
older
one.
than me
Yeah.
that's never even touched one. They know what they are, they know what to do with them, they have them in their home.
They
but
just
they've never
assume they'll
used one.
figure it out when the
Yeah.
time comes, I guess, yeah.
And then, of course, basic first aid, the 3 killers, what they call it, airway, breathing, and shock, how to treat for that. We teach a triage, which is if there's multiple injuries, okay, this one we can help, this one maybe we can't. Disaster psychology, search and rescue, CERT and terrorism even. We cover that a little bit. And then the very last session is exercise. And we practice everything we learn.
Practice everything, right? Yeah.
Oh, is there a fee?
No, it's all
fee.
free.
So they just show up. Now you have to tell me where this long name of this building is located. Where was
Okay,
it
it's in Midway in the Industrial Park.
at? In Midway in the Industrial Park.
Yep, up 5 North, and just before you get to the curve where the Citgo station
Yeah,
is,
where the-
you turn left into the Industrial Park, and there's a big sign that says Emergency Services Training
Okay, so
Center.
is it that kind of gray, silvery building that kind of sits back off to
It's
the
the second
left?
building on the left.
Second building on the left.
Down
Okay.
in
First
Kirk.
Monday night of every month?
Third Monday.
Third Monday night.
At 6:30.
At 6:30. Okay. Well, that's interesting to know.
We have a lot of fun.
Yep.
At one time, in the past near future, or past, we were the #1 active team in the state.
That's nice.
Yep.
Good.
So,
Well, that's a big job you've got.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there to train.
well, Joel come to see me about 1.5 years ago, wanting information on the CERT team and emergency preparedness and how they could play a part in it. And I had mentioned that I would like to do an emergency preparedness fair, and he says, "When can we do it?" So it has just progressed over the last 1.5 years, and I attended one in Bentonville and snatched up all the ideas,
Yeah.
and it's just grown, and it's just so much positive feedback. Every person
neat.
we've talked to is like, what can we do to help?
Yeah.
Can we participate? And
Good.
that's what I said. When
And-
we
and I think-
started,
I think-
we had planned on about 20,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah, small events
agencies.
that you could manage and handle.
And last count was 63.
63. Oh, wow, that's very
So-
impressive. Well, like I said, in the past few years, we've had that ice storm, we've had flooding, not once but twice, plus we've had the tornado. So, everybody thinks, oh, my house might burn, but we don't really think it's ever going to burn, that sort of stuff. But we've had enough disasters
Well,
in
we
the
had-
county that people need to be prepared
We've
for those
had
things.
5 presidentially declared disasters in 3 years,
Really?
from 2011
So
to
there'll be all
2008.
kinds of information about what type of emergency kit to keep at home.
Yep, items to put in it. And unfortunately, people think they can't afford to prepare, but you can. You don't have to do it all at once. We've got a list of items that we recommend to put in a kit, but you don't have to go out and spend, $1,000 at one
yeah.
time. You buy groceries, buy an extra can of peas, throw it in the box,
Yeah.
and just build on it.
Yeah.
And chances are you've probably got half this stuff already. It's
Probably do,
It's
just-
just not in one place.
Put it
you,
into one
you
section,
check your
yeah.
batteries regularly. Yeah, people
Yep.
tend to throw flashlights and things,
Yeah.
and then 10 years
Yep.
later pull it out and go, "It's not working."
Keep that can opener.
Yeah,
You'll,
yeah.
you'll need it someday.
Yeah, keep the can opener and
And water.
things like that.
Keep some extra water. I'm
Extra
just
matches.
guessing, but
Yeah.
you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
full list there. And these lists are probably available, I'm
Yep,
sure,
they
somewhere.
will be handed out when
Handed
you
out, okay.
register.
Good deal.
I have my glasses and I can
And this is again, let's give the date so people will know when.
October 20th, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
In front of Walmart.
at the old Walmart
The
in
old
Twin Lakes
Walmart.
Plaza.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay, it's an outdoor event
Yes.
with free lunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Free admission, free lunch.
All right. There you have it. More information at the end of the show. Give a call or come out October 20th at the old Walmart and enjoy yourself. Thank y'all very much
Yes.
for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a last break and we'll come back and give some closing thoughts, comments, and I'll harass her a little bit more.
Yeah,
Stay
harass
with
me a
us.
little bit.